Hey, it's Brian with Old Man New Tech, and we're taking a look at the W King T9 Bluetooth wireless speaker. And if you can't tell already, it is a party about to happen. We're going to take a closer look at this coming up on Old Man New Tech, but first, this important message.
This is Steven Seagal. I'm just reminding you that we got to spread the word about Old Man New Tech, so hit like and subscribe at the bottom, or I'll come to your house and I will eat all your donuts.
So, thanks a lot, Steven. As I said before, we are no stranger to W King's Bluetooth speakers here. We reviewed one about a month ago called the D9, and I was frankly blown away by the amount of sound they could fit into a portable, outdoorsy type speaker. Check out my full review when you get a chance. So I just got a hold of the latest model of the W King speaker. It's the T9, and let me tell you something, they pulled off something really impressive here. But like all of my reviews, you're going to want to stick around to the end to see the pros and the cons, and you'll find out whether or not the new W King T9 speaker gets a big thumbs up from Old Man New Tech. And I could drag you through a big unboxing of this massive box, but I'm going to do this old man magic style. All right, and we're back, and I got everything unboxed. Man, it was packed in there pretty tight. Came with some major foam packaging. But we've got the W King accessory box. And we've got a braided USB-C cable. Look at that, it's got branding on it and everything. It's braided, it's gonna last me a nice long time. I've also got a braided 3.5 millimeter double-ended jack. That will allow me to plug in my devices that still have 3.5 millimeter jacks on them. And I've got a warranty card from W King, and this bad boy backs you up for 4 years of the warranty. Pretty impressive. And I got my user manual, which shows me how everything works, but it should be pretty simple, right? Finally, I got my speaker itself. Ooh, let's unsheath this. Oh man, it is beautiful. Wow, look at that. All right, first impressions. On the top, we have our control panel. I've got real easy and tactile buttons here. They're rubberized. Got my power, my mode button, and also the light show button. We'll look at that a little bit. And I've got my track forward and backwards. Also my play, and I understand that the play button also functions as an equalizer button. It's got 2 equalizer settings. And then we've got our volume knob. I love the fact that I've got a volume knob so I can spin that volume up and down like old school.
11,
and most of
11,
the
and
amps go up to 10.
Exactly.
Does that mean it's louder? Is it any louder?
Well, it's one louder, isn't it?
And then here we got some LEDs, and these are going to show me my power level. I got this kick-ass leather handle, and it can handle the weight. It's a 10-pound device. It's got W King spelled out here on the top. Very classy. Let's flip it around. On the back side, I've got a USB port. Next to that, I've got my auxiliary jack, and I've got space for a TF card. And where it says DC 5 volt, that is my USB-C port. And around the front, I laid this on the front so we can see this a little bit better in the light. I've got my W King logo, a nice metal screen there. I've got my 4-inch drivers that you can see through here, and you can kind of see where the LED lights are going to appear in a second. And I've got 2 tweeters inside there that are going to balance out the sound. I should mention that this leather strap is detachable, so I can lay this on its side. Speaking of sides, you'll notice that you are prepared for being able to lay this speaker on its side. So you're going to be able to lay this on its side on a fireplace mantle or something if you want to put this indoors. But there are rubber shock absorbing pads here so that it won't vibrate off a flat surface. You should also note that these rubber pads are on the bottom as well because it's naturally built to stand up like a tower, and this is where your bass, your incredible amount of bass, is going to be emanating from, which is like a backfiring subwoofer. And syncing up is really straightforward. It shows up as W King T9 on your iPhone or your Android device. And we're just going to hit the power button here. Hold it down for a sec. All right, it's already synced up. You can notice some really cool features here. We've got our power on indicator, and we've got our power level indicators. And what's nice is these LEDs shine through the buttons, and so you'll see this lit up, very classy, and a classy LED blue lighting around the volume button. Really beautiful. All right, so I had to back the Old Man New Tech camera up so I can fit this massive speaker into frame. So as you can see, I got her powered on and we're synced up, we're ready to rock. One thing you do want to know is that with most speakers here on Old Man New Tech, I can usually throw them in the water, but this one does not have an IP rating to it, so I'm assuming this is meant for dry parties and you don't want to really get it wet that much. And I guess it has something to do with the up bass tech that they have on the back side here. You don't want to get water in there. But again, I'm really impressed with the look and the feel of the speaker. It looks like something that I can plop down into the middle of a party and have some fun with. And I tell you what, once I powered it on, you can already feel the bass kind of kicking in when you hear those power on tones. So I got to tell you, I'm a little bit excited about this. Let's play some music. Whoa. Oh man. Look at that cool light show. I mean, it's pretty wild. I got it kind of chilling right now, but I'm listening to that bass, man, and you can just feel that bass moving the air out of the back of this. And now this has 4-inch drivers on it. That's helping you to crank that 80 watts of power. And I tell you what, I do love the dial for the volume, man. That knob is really cool. Now I've got 5 different light show settings on here. I can do like a halfway around graphic equalizer. I can do a little spinny jigamaroo. I'll let you play with this. We're gonna turn that down a little bit. So one of the first things I noticed when playing around with the W-King T9 wireless Bluetooth speaker is that it has a separate volume control than what you have on your device, so you can control them independently. I can crank the volume up on my Apple iPhone here, and I can crank it down to like a mid-level, but then I can also crank it up on the device itself. And I tell you what, I've had this thing in full blast, and it's been able to handle about every bass beat that I can throw at it, so it's got a really good range of sound. Now if I want to change around the equalizer control on this, all I do is hit the play button twice. And you'll notice that the bass drops back a little bit, and you may want to use this. This is called the outdoor setting. You may want to use this outdoors so you can hear the sound clear from a longer distance. Another important feature with this is that it is Bluetooth 5.0, which means you're going to be able to get a really good range out of it. So I took this outdoors and I tested it myself.
All right, we're doing the distance check on the W-King T9 portable Bluetooth wireless speaker. Let's see how far we can get away from the source device that I have. All right. Okay, so I got direct line of sight to the W-King T9 Bluetooth speaker with my iPhone, and I am getting a good, I'm getting a good 60 to 70 feet away outdoors. Inside, this may vary a little bit, but you get the idea. It's got really good range to it.
Okay, so we're back, and the other setting that we have here is the indoor setting, which gets that bass front and center again, and you can place it anywhere in the house and it will more than fill up your house with music. Now the battery life on the W-King T9 speaker claims to be 24 hours, and I tell you what, it does live up to that promise. I've been using it for off and on for about a week, and it's held up, and I really haven't had to recharge it but one time when I was playing it too long and it started to run out of power. But it has a real heavy battery in it, and you know it's going to last you a while. One thing I will also note is that it does take a while to charge, so when you plug this in, do it at the end of the night, let it charge through the night, and you'll be all set and ready to go the next day. And here's something else you should know. If 80 watts, 100 watt peak of sound is not your thing and you want more power, you can always pair 2 of these and you'll be able to really rock the party. So what can I say about the W-King T9 Bluetooth wireless speaker? It is a true party box, man. I mean, this thing is solid, it rocks, and I love the sound. It's got a great battery life, and it's got an awesome design that you can use outdoors or indoors. I mean, it looks good laying on its side or standing up. I love the fact that for the amount of sound you're getting, you could literally buy 2 or 3 of these for every one JBL Extreme 3 that's out there. And I tell you what, normally I'm not a fan of light shows on speakers, but these actually look pretty cool. Now my cons, and there's a few, and they're very minor. The battery is 12,000 milliamps, so it does take a while to charge it, 4 to 7 hours at least. I do wish it had an IPX rating to it. I would love to be able to feel comfortable taking this out on my boat. But that being said, for the price, the quality, and the performance of the WKing T9 Bluetooth wireless speaker, I gotta give this thing a huge, rocking, buy now thumbs up. Hey! Hey, this is Brian with Old Man New Tech. We can't make this channel happen without you, so please hit subscribe and smash that bell down below. And if you're looking for product links, you'll find them there too. Thank you.